So children, now let us move on to the next question, that is question number 15th. Okay. So this, if you by looking at this question itself, we can identify it is from kinematics. Because look carefully, my dear children, it was given that the velocity time graph, velocity and time. So here this y-axis is velocity and x-axis is the time. So velocity and time, this is nothing but your first chapter, kinematics. In that, motion is straight line. In motion is straight line, it comes under the velocity part. Okay. So velocity and time is given. What we have to find here is that ratio of displacement to distance. Displacement, see, when the graph is given, two things you have to keep in mind, my dear. So now you just take a pause, read the question at least 2 times, so that you will understand better what I am discussing here. Okay. I'll tell you the basic things. You know that velocity is equal to displacement by time, like this. Okay. So suppose if this is y-axis and this time is taken on x-axis, if this question is like this, so in order to find out this velocity v, you have to go for what? Division. So in such case, to find out the velocity, you have to find slope. That is first thing, keep in mind whenever you are going for the graph. Second thing I wish to say is that since velocity is equal to displacement by time, so move this t, okay, to other side. So velocity into time is equal to displacement. So I could write this s is equal to v into t. I could write like this. So children, suppose if this y-axis is containing this velocity v, y-axis containing velocity v and x-axis containing time t. So if you observe here, y and x both are multiplying with each other. See here, v into t is there now, v is y-axis, t is x-axis. So v into t means y-axis into x-axis. So if any case like this, multiplication is there, okay, then what I am asking you to is that you have to find out the area of the graph. So here S stands for area of the graph, okay. Previously division is there. So wherever you are having division, so you have to go for slope. Wherever you are having multiplication, you have to go for area. So multiplication means area, division means slope. So to do that, you have to identify what are the parameters related to x and y-axis. X and y-axis. Understood? So now let us come back to the question. Look, my dear children, here y-axis is velocity v and x-axis is time t. Okay. V and t is given. So this is matching. V and t is given. So I could say that S is equal to V into t to find out the displacement. So displacement distance, here V stands for velocity. If S is a displacement, the same formula I could rewrite like this. If V stands for speed, okay, then S stands for what? Distance. So displacement is vector. We have to consider everything, direction, positive, negative. Where distance is speed, we have to consider only value, magnitude. In vector, magnitude and direction, both. So plus and minus. So upper one is plus, lower one is minus. Upper one is plus, lower one is minus. Okay, let us check it. Okay, in detail we will check it. But now I would like to erase this. So we have to find out this displacement, right? So displacement which was given by the formula velocity into time. So displacement is S, velocity is V, time is T. So S is equal to V into T, like this. So since it is multiplication, I have to find out the area of a graph. Okay. Look here. So let me write this as 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 different areas. Okay. One is rectangle shape and few are in all are rectangle in shape only. So area of this first one, A1. Okay. So here if you observe this rectangle now, so its length is how much? 2, whereas this part it is 8. Okay. So A1 is equal to, since it is rectangle, what you have to say is that area of rectangle which was taken as length into breadth. So one side it is 2 and other one it is 8. So answer is 16. Similarly A2. So that is also in the shape of a rectangle only. Okay. So now let me see that. Look here my dear children, and this part it is 2. 4 minus 2 it is 2. Whereas the other one here it is 4. So 2 into 4 you will get 8. But here minus 4 is there now. So you have to consider here direction also. So you will get minus 8 as the answer. You will get minus 8 as the answer. Now going to A3, that is third graph. Okay. So area of this rectangle here. Again the same formula. Now look here, from here to here it is 8 minus 4, that is 4, and this part it is plus 4. So plus 4 into plus 4. So 4 into 4 you will get 16. Okay. Now going back to the next one, A4, that is area of the rectangle again, L into B. So now let us check the fourth one. So children, look carefully what I am doing here. This part if you observe it is minus 4, whereas this part it is 10 minus 8, that is 2. 10 minus 8, that is 2. So one is minus 4 and other one is 2. So you will get it as minus 8. You will get it as minus 8. So like this I have taken. I have considered its direction. Means I have to take whether it is positive or negative. Then only you can say it is a vector. So here in every case I have considered the direction. If I add everything, what happens? This minus 8, minus 16, and here it is plus 16 cancel. So the total answer is 16. So the total area of the graph is equal to 16. Here what does area stands for? Area stands for what here? Since you are taking this negative value, that is direction vector, this is nothing but displacement. So total displacement in this particular question or in this particular graph, it is 16. You have to keep in mind. Now the next one is that we have to find out distance also. We have to find out distance. So tell me my dear children, distance comes under vector or scalar? So you are traveling from your home to your school or to some other village. You say that you have traveled this much of distance, but you never say that you have gone in a positive direction, negative direction, east, west, north. Nothing is mentioned. It means the distance is a scalar. So scalar means only positive. It means that whatever the values I got previously, I have to consider the same values. But the thing is that since it is a scalar, only magnitude, no direction. It means whatever the values I got initially, I will consider the same, but no direction. So to calculate the distance here, okay. So what are the values I am having here? 16, 8, 16, 8. Look, I am not taking here minus 8 because it is scalar. So I am having these values. So what is the answer here is that you will get 48 by adding everything. So total distance or the total area where we are not considering any direction negative, you will get it as 48. Now read the question once again. Here what he is asking is that he is asking you to find out the ratio of displacement to distance. Okay, let us do that, right? So displacement first one, ratio of displacement first one to distance. So in denominator I have to write distance. You got this displacement as 16, okay, whereas this displacement as 48. 16 by 48. Okay. Now I have to simplify this. So how much it is? 16 threes are. So the answer here it is 1 by 3. So now it matches with option number 4, isn't it? So the ratio of this displacement you can write S bar, means vector. Distance is simply S. So what is the ratio of this one here? 1 by 3. You could write it as 1:3. So this matches with option 4. So with this, we have done 15th question. Now let us move on to the next one.